Going live. 5, 4, 3, 2, and you're live.
All right. Hi, everybody. Sorry we were a couple minutes late. This is the thing with live streams. Sometimes we have technical difficulties, but that's also what makes it amazing, right? Welcome, everyone, to our weekly live session all about WPPI. Who's excited? If you haven't been attending these, you know that we get kind of chatty and we get super pumped up about our favorite event of the year. And it is coming so close. Today, we're going to do things a little bit differently. We're not going to be going through the same motions that we've been going through the past few weeks because we have some awesome guests to give you some really great details and, of course, giveaways along the way. So we're going to change it up a little bit. And as always, we're hoping that you will stay till the end because we will have a giveaway for you at the end. So I'm going to jump right in because I want to give our amazing guests plenty of time. So let's get started. My name is Elena S. Blair. I am a lifestyle, family, and newborn photographer based out of Seattle, Washington. I've been in business for about 13 years. I'm still very much a working photographer. I photograph around an average of 100, sometimes 150 families per year. So I am definitely in it with you. And I'm also a internationally recognized speaker and an educator and a huge WPPI enthusiast. I've been going to WPPI for 10 years, and I really believe that WPPI changed my life. So I'm excited for it to change yours. All right, so big day today. We're going to skip, like I said, all of the normal stuff, and we are going to go big into interviews. So today we have Dario, Sarah, and Maureen, who will be here to discuss something that is brand spanking new to WPPI, and it's called the judging room. And it's going to be on the show floor. And as it was described to me before we came on, we're basically bringing as much education as possible to the show floor. And if you were here last week, your ticket to the show floor is free. So this is just bananas that this is happening. So Graphy Studio will be doing that. I'm going to bring in Dario and Sarah so that they can give you a little more information on that. So stay tuned. And then we have Brian from Photo Flash Drive, excuse me, Brian from Photo Flash Drive. That is like a tongue twister, here to discuss some new swag that will be available right now at an incredible deal. And then finally, we're going to have another little, intro into what's going on at WPPI is going to be Emily here to discuss the Boudoir Summit, which if you don't know what the Boudoir Summit is, it is a special extra event that you can have, that you can attend the day before WPPI starts. And it is at last year, I mean, it was off the hook. People were dancing and partying and getting all kinds of extra education that day before. So you're definitely gonna want to hear about that. And then we will round it out with Sean Black, who is a speaker. He's got some sold out or almost sold out masterclasses, and he's super excited for you to hear from him as well. So like I already said, WPPI, it's so near and dear to my heart. I think that when anyone who has been multiple times, but even after your first time, you just become a WPPI enthusiast, because WPPI really is where a lot of us grow up, so to speak. You step into this environment. It's like sleepaway camp for photographers, summer camp for photographers, where you're suddenly surrounded with all of your peers and all of the vendors that you use, and you just feel the energy of our industry, and you learn and you grow and you just become a better artist, a better business person because of WPPI. So we are so pumped up for you to attend this year. It's going to be the best year yet. All right, but before we dive in anymore, I want to get to these interviews. I'm actually super curious about a lot of the things that they have to say. I cannot wait for you to hear them. But don't forget that right now, WPPI, a full conference pass is only $99. That is ridiculous. Like every time they tell me that the sale is still going on, I kind of can't believe it. You will make this money back in no time at all. You definitely want to take this offer and run with it. So if you would like to get your conference pass for just $99, email info at actually, you can just go get it right now with this code FLASH99. What I was going to say, sorry, I got ahead of myself, is that if you already bought your conference pass at full price, you can go get it refunded, the difference, by emailing info@wppievents.com. So we've got you taken care of. We've had a lot of people say, but wait, I already bought my pass. Well, if you're watching this live, you can go and get your difference refunded. This is the biggest sale ever. You use the code FLASH99. You don't want to miss this opportunity to attend the best event in our industry for under $100. All right. Of course, we have giveaways for you as usual. So throughout this whole broadcast, we are going to be giving away $100 gift cards to the Portrait Master store, and we are going to be giving away several free conference passes. So stay till the end because we really think that you are going to enjoy this entire broadcast. And if you would like to win one of these things, either the gift card or a free pass, comment at YouTube in the YouTube live, go in and comment hashtag WPPI 2023 and tell us what you're most excited about. We want to hear, we want to start building that community now. So go into the comments, go ahead and tell us what you're most excited about. And I will be announcing the giveaways as this broadcast goes on. All right. So let's move forward. Again, I want you to stay till the end, of course, because we do have a big giveaway at the end. We always have a big giveaway at the end. You have to be here live. You've got to stay for the whole thing. You got this. You can give us 1 hour of your time and you will be glad that you did. Okay. So I have to just shout out my podcast really quick, really fast before we move forward. We launched a WPPI podcast and it is already so many people have been giving me feedback that they're loving all of the content that we're putting out there for this. I'm so excited because I know that these conversations are conversations that I wish that I could have heard when I was just starting out, or even now, I can't believe that I'm the one having these conversations. It's sort of a pinch me moment for me. You're going to get to hear me interviewing some of our industry legends and of course, speakers for WPPI. And it is us there sharing why we love WPPI. That's a small part of it, but it's also just us sharing our knowledge, experience, and journey. And I know that as we're, coming down this path of photography and jumping into the business side of things, it can kind of seem like those of us that have been at it a while just came out the gate as success, as success stories. And when you hear these people's long, the journey to success, it's so inspiring and so humbling, and you are going to love it. So listen, anywhere you like to tune into podcasts, make sure you go in and give us a 5-star review and make sure you hit subscribe to help us get our podcast out to many more ears. And finally, the last thing that I really want to say about WPPI is that you should definitely stay at the Mirage where we are hosting the event. I think the main reason that you should stay at the Mirage is because the event is really intense and you really want to be able to duck in and out and you don't want to feel like you're missing anything. That's my favorite reason for stay. I always stay where the show is because I want to be able to go to my room, freshen up, and only miss like 30 minutes of the action. I don't know. I kind of suffer from FOMO a lot. It's just really awesome to be able to do that. But also we've got lots of reasons why you should just simply stay at the Mirage. We have spa discounts. I mean, hello, if you are getting away for the first time in years, go to the spa. How incredible is that? We have restaurant discounts. The pool will be open. If you're coming from an area of the country like me, Seattle, where it's cold and rainy and windy right now as we speak, you're going to want to spend some time at the pool. Also, you're going to get your room. If you get your room now online, you are going to be entered to win one of free suite upgrades, which would be pretty awesome. Or as my producer said, would be pretty sweet. So you'll regret it if you don't stay there. You'll feel left out. I definitely have had friends who stay elsewhere and they're like in the Uber. Well, I've already been at the party for an hour. You don't want that. Just stay at the Mirage. Trust me on this one. You don't want to miss a thing. All right. So let's get going. I want you to I want to be able to just dive into these guests that we have. Like I said, I'm super curious to hear from our first guest. So I'm going to introduce Dario, Sarah, and Maureen, and they are going to be here talking to us today about what's happening from Graphy Studio, about the judging room. This is a whole new event, not to be confused with the print comp. I want to make that very clear. It's called the Judging Room. It's by in the Graphy Studio booth. It's going to be pretty incredible. They started talking about it in the pre-show and I was like, stop. I want everyone to be able to hear this. So I'm going to go ahead and just stop there and introduce you guys and let you just take it away and tell us all about this awesome offer.
Thank you. What a great intro. Hey, I am excited. I am so excited about WPPI. So you've been going for how many years, Elena?
So it's 10. I've missed a few in there, but most of them I've gone almost every year for 10 years.
You promised me that you'll come and see me and say hi because I can't wait. I love your work. I just went to your website and it wouldn't be like I'm doing my job. I got to show you a few products, by the way, that I think you should look at. Okay, just saying. So I have been going to WPPI for 17 plus years. I'm telling you the saying, we've all heard it. You surround yourself with giants, you become a giant. And I believe if you guys go to WPPI, you'll become giants. We have so much happening at this show. We're going to talk about the judging room. So just quickly, again, Maureen Nisus. I manage the US and in Canada. And I'm just thrilled that Graphy Studio, in conjunction with WPPI, will be hosting the Judging Room by Love Edits. This is going to be a fabulous opportunity. We're going to do a little bit of a deep dive, quick deep dive. I'm going to talk fast because I want Dario and Sarah to jump in and talk about what the Judging Room represents, what it's about. It's in booth 1601. You can't miss us. Like right when you walk into the main expo, you're going to see Canon, Nikon, and Graphy Studio. So we're right there. And whether you submit your matted print for review or not, go to the judging room and listen to these live critiques. You're going to learn so much, I promise you. And that's how we learn, that's how we grow. So you have to participate. And I have to tell you, like last year, I was so excited. Graphy Studio was elected as the official print partner for the print competition. And we know, we've all talked about the fact that this is not a print competition. This is the judging room, which we're going to talk about. But why do I mention that? I'm mentioning that because as a result of that initiative last year, we put together the most user-friendly order form. So photographers from all over the world can log in to the Graphy Studio trade area. If you don't have an account, it's super easy. Log in and upload your print. You can create a matted print. It'll be shipped directly to the Graphy Studio booth at WPPI. How easy is that? And it'll be on display, but you have to register, which Dario and Sarah are going to talk about. But the ordering system, gang, is super easy. And we've used HD print technology, the high definition print technology, a wider color gamut. Your colors are going to be on point. You're never going to see your work look so amazing ever. So, I mean, I'm telling you, it is going to be spectacular. You can then take your print if you want at the end, if I allow you to. I might just keep it because, that's me. But I'll probably let you take your print back if you want. So that's why I want you guys to participate. And then also just remember, why do you want to participate in a photo critique? It's because you'll add more value to your work. And Sarah and Dario, I'm going to have you guys jump in because this is huge. I can't wait to hear about the judging.
I have a question for you really quick. Is there a limit to how many you will accept?
Yes. So because we want to, in short, we all know that this year there's a pause on the print competition and I can't wait to see what happens next year. But we wanted to find a way to bring the whole judging experience to the show floor, just the educational part of it, because it's so informative. And we wanted to be able to allow the judges to do what they love to do best, and that's talk about prints. The judges, we just can't stop them from talking about prints. And so to give them the time to do that, yes, there is a limit. And those print spots are going fast. So we want you to register and make sure that your print is in the pile, basically.
Yeah, you will see in the form online. We allow anywhere between 1 to 4 prints for each photographer, and these should, save enough time to get a proper review and to leave, some slots for your peers.
Yeah, and people should know as well that this isn't like the image review on the show floor where you book a private session. This is really like an open judging experience, just like in print competition, but without all of the pressure and the points and the scoring. Nothing is replacing the print competition, just so everybody is sure. This is just the pure the print nerds who love going and watching the judging experience, but they wish that they had time for a little bit more in-depth conversation. That's what this is about. And we've got the best WPPI judges all volunteering their time to come and do that. So you're not going to believe who's coming.
Yeah, speaking about how many editions I've attended, well, as you can imagine, I have a white beard for a reason. So I've been around for, 18 years almost. And so the good news is that being around for so long, brought me in a position to have so many friends. And then later on with Sarah as well, we are blessed enough to get some of the best judges and artists and photographers and educators out there in our, kind of circle of friends. And I'm naming you some of these, so it gives you the idea of the stellar panel that we put together. So Jerry and Melissa Guionis, Tony Hewitt, Roberto Valenzuela, Gurveer Johal, and JVS. So
Joseph Victor Stefanczyk, Michelle Celentano, Sanjay Joja,
and Jackie. So Jagbir Dillon. So all of these guys, are offering their time for free, devoting their time and their knowledge, especially, to serve the community, because that's all, this is all about it. I mean, this initiative is there because we want to unite the community. We want to have fun, share knowledge, share this passion that is moving forward the industry and creating at the Graphic Studio booth these small but important nucleus around which we want to have as many people as possible. As Sarah mentioned, just think about the judging room, during a proper competition, but take the pressure away, the same room with the same passion, with the same people, and it will be like you can come either because you entered or you didn't enter. It doesn't matter. Just come and learn, because these people have so much. There are triple grandmaster, there are double master, there are tens of tons of gold awards. And this doesn't mean that they want to show off. On the contrary, they want to share and help everyone to achieve what they have achieved throughout an amazing career, right?
Yeah. And this is an opportunity that you simply can't miss. You're not just going to get the opportunity to have a few seconds or a minute of feedback, but something a little bit more. We're hoping for at least 5 minutes or even 10 minutes to really discuss. And, exactly. And
free? Am I getting this correctly?
It's free.
Correct.
It's free.
Oh my God. We're giving away so much this year. I'm just like, it makes me, even I'm surprised, and I'm like a part of the team right now. And it still kind of blows me away that this is free. People spend thousands of dollars on this kind of critique. I don't know if you all know that who are watching, but it can be very, very expensive to have a professional photographer critique your work, and to get that kind of feedback is so valuable. So, wow.
Absolutely. And I tell you more, we will have, Sarah in front of the computer. So we will analyze the file and we will critique the print. And therefore, we will be in a position to explain if there's any gap in between one and the other, why the print doesn't look as the file, or why it does look as the file, where you can improve, how you should edit, anything like that. So it's a no-brainer, in my opinion. I never seen anything like that.
Yeah, sometimes the judges will criticize the print quality or the retouching. I will be able to look at the actual file that was submitted and see, be able to point out where the issue was. So if the blacks are blocked up, for example, is a common issue, I can point out and say, yeah, this is an editing error, or this is, sometimes people send in prints and the printing isn't so good. Now, if you print through Graphic Studio, which is the easiest way to enter this, by the way, all you have to pay for is your print and your mat, and you're paying that it's
$35 plus shipping. So it's nothing. The rest is free. And they print, mat, mount, and ship everything straight to the booth. So it's fire and forget. No other action required. Just show up at the booth and that's it. And like I said before, it's not one-on-one. It's hopefully we will have a crowd there sitting together, and we can nerd out about prints and understand why that works. The cropping, the storytelling, the printing, everything.
Another thing that I think I want to just point out that's super valuable is, even if you don't get up the guts to submit, because I know that a lot of you are probably like, I'm never going to do that. There's so much value in hearing professional photographer, a professional artist critique work, because you'll see in someone else's photo. So even if you're not going to submit, go visit the graphic studio booth and pay and give 30 minutes of your time to this, and your mind is going to be blown at those critiques, because these are like what you were just talking about, the blacks and all of that. Like, I don't edit my own work anymore. I sort of am removed from some of that, and it's really good for me to hear some of that sometimes. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not paying attention to this anymore. I got really lazy with my composition or whatever. So it's so valuable, even to just watch.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and another thing is that, I mean, first of all, if you are feeling intimidated, and this is the time to try something like this, because
Yes.
it's not competition. So therefore, you're not competing with anybody. Nobody is going to give you a score that defines you, or not that's what it does. But if that's what you feel like, this is the place to have constructive criticism. Like, how can you take something, and these are trained judges. They know how to tell you what works and how to tell you what can be improved. They're not going to criticize you. That's not what a critique is. So that's very important.
Yeah, there's another thing that I'd like to share with our folks today. Guys, when we came with this idea and we're trying to put in place everything necessary to get the ball rolling, not only Graphic Studio immediately jump on the thing and say, okay, we volunteer, we want to have you there. We will put in place the ordering system. Not only WPPI was enthusiastically welcoming the idea, but the judges. I mean, we are talking about some of the highest caliber you can find out there. These judges were like, come in, I'm in. In a matter of seconds, they all joined their forces. And you know why is that? Like I said before, because this incredible community, the WPPI folks, this population of incredibly talented and enthusiastic photographers want this. We thrive our business, trying to elevate our level, trying to learn something, to take away even just one thing out of the show is still a success. So why not just come on over and join us? And
this is about elevating your print as well. This is very specifically about how to produce a successful print, and producing a successful print is very much the future of photography. That's where the added value is going to be, to keep yourself aside from the competition.
All right, you guys, this is incredible, but we're literally going to we could go on forever because we're so excited about it, which I think that's a good thing. So don't miss this. You want to head to Graphic Studio booth, and well, first you want to submit. You can submit on WPPI's website. It's correct. That's where you figure this, where you find out the links to do this.
Yeah, it's been added to the show experience.
This is new. So, and after we do that, I'm going to move to the next to give
show
to some of our prizes.
Yeah.
Show floor experiences. So go to WPPI website, go to the show floor experiences, submit. You have nothing to lose. You have everything to gain. And if you didn't submit because you were a little nervous, I think you'll probably feel like you wish you did. But if you didn't, head to the Graphic Studio booth. Make sure you check this out. You three are so, I can feel your excitement about this. It's making me excited about it. You'll definitely get to meet me there this year. I cannot wait to come and say hi to you all in real life, and can't wait. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the time you've put into this and the heart you've put into it. And I think it's going to be an amazing experience. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
See you there.
Okay, so I am going to give away some prizes really fast. So thank you for those of you who have submitted your comments on our YouTube channel. So the first prizes are the $100 Portrait Master gift card winners. We're going to be giving to Elena Blair. Sorry if I'm wrong on your names, people. Empire Girls 2010, Amber Madison, and Mary Pacheco. You have won a $100 Portrait Master gift card. Email support@theportraitmasters.com to redeem your gift card. Congratulations. And we have our first round of free conference ticket winners. We have Akshay Sweeney, I think, DDM Creative, Georgia May, and Leah J. I know Leah J. Oh my gosh, I love when a name pops up here that I know. So if you are, please go redeem your free pass. This is a really big win. You email info@WPPIevents.com. You will not be disappointed with this event. All right, so we're going to switch gears now, and we're going to talk about Brian from Photo Flash Drive. We got some good swag this year, everyone. We got some great swag. So today I'm going to let Brian kind of come in and give you a little bit of information on what Photo Flash Drive is. But we have some products that we were going to give away. And if you buy them now, you get a really big discount, and you would go pick it up at the booth, which is $14.31. Your prices will include free shipping to the expo. Just so you know, this is going to be over, this deal, on February 19th. So if you guys will pop up that slide for me so I can give the info on the photo flash drive deals. And I'm going to go ahead and let Brian come in and explain a little bit about what this is and how they can get it and how amazing this product is. Take it away, Brian.
Great. All right. Thank you, Elena. You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. All right. Great. Thanks for the opportunity to be here today.
Yeah, no problem.
So first, let me say it's great that everybody's reminiscing about their history with WPPI. And I noted how you said it changed your life. And I can tell you it changed mine and our teams here in a very big way, because our introduction to the pro photo market was in 2009, and it was WPPI, our first show ever. So we started with a 10 by 10 booth. We had a simple flash drive. We had a box. We were pitching the idea that instead of delivering your digital files on a DVD, hey, why not put it on a flash drive? And I have to tell you, and this is why it's so important to go to these kinds of events, we were embraced by the community. Our ideas were validated. We engaged with customers in the marketplace and had so many more ideas. Can you do this? You ought to do that, and so on. And there's no other place and no other way that can happen. People to people, talking and creating goodness. And here we are 15 years later, many millions of dollars later, lots of great friends from WPPI. Couldn't have happened without WPPI. So it has a special place in my heart from 15 years ago.
Awesome. You can't replace the in-person events. You just can't. So I love that you said that.
So let's talk about swag. I'm in uniform, right?
Okay. You are. I love that. I want one of those.
Yeah, we've got a pop-up store. It's photoflashdrive.com/WPPI. And we've got t-shirts and sweatshirts and zip hoodies. And we even have trucker caps. I don't wear these, but I'm going to for this special occasion. So how do I look, right?
Oh, water bottles.
We've got water bottles, sweatshirts, and we're very conscious about if you're going to wear the swag, you want to feel good, you want to look good. The t-shirts are next level, ring spun cotton. Hang on half a second. The hoodies are a zip hoodie. You've got branding here. You've got branding on the back, and we've got a special offer. It's good from now until the end of day Friday. Anything you buy on the store, you're going to get a brand new WPPI branded crystal flash drive.
Ooh, how cool is that?
Well, super cool. The crystal flash drive has been our best seller for the last 10 years. But if I'm being honest, the problem with the old crystal drives is it's just a type A connector. And this is what we call a duo that has both a type A connector and a type C connector.
So USB and USB-C.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Is that what that means? Okay, because I for now have like all these weird little like adapters for my for my USB drives.
That's right. And imagine if you give it to your client who has a MacBook Air like me, you give them this connector, they can't plug it in. Sure, they can get an adapter. They're USB 3.0, they're Type C, they're super fast. And as I say, it's branded WPPI. So you can take your conference notes, you can take your pictures, you can take your digital files from your contests and keep it in a keepsake drive. That's a $32 value. So anything you buy on the site between now and Friday, you get a free USB flash drive.
Awesome. And that flash drive is your best seller for that people use to deliver client stuff on, and so you can have them branded, I guess is what I was going to say.
You can. Yeah. Thank you for
Cool.
that.
Yeah.
Many in the community know Photo Flash Drive. We have
For sure.
a broad range of custom flash drives, packaging, presentation products, no minimums, no setup fee, upload your logo. We laser engrave that. In the case of the crystal drives, we're laser engraving in the middle of the crystal drive, so it has a beautiful elegance to it. And we've expanded, as the store would imply, into promotional products and merchant swag. So we're really here to help photographers with the whole spectrum, from delivering your work in beautiful ways to promoting your business to self-promotion and things that you wear. So
Cool. Awesome.
there you go.
Awesome. So we can make our own like sweatshirts or whatever with our brand on it for our clients, or for like I have a big education platform and I give sweatshirts away. So we can do that with you, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's a great question. So right now, the soft goods that we're doing, as we call them in the industry, are for these kinds of merch programs.
Cool.
But indeed, you must be reading our notes. We're actually launching a team gear line where you can do exactly that, get low quantity of hats and sweatshirts and bags and those kinds of things to promote.
I was
your
in your
business.
head, Brian. I was in your head.
There
somehow.
you go.
Or maybe you were in
Have the
mine, because
power.
I'm definitely love supporting, industry, in our industry in general. So if I could bring that to the industry, I would. So, sorry, this isn't a personal interview for me, so I'm going to move on. Thank you, Brian, so very much. If you didn't catch that, you definitely want to make sure you go pick up your swag now. You can buy it now, and you're going to get that free drive, that free beautiful flash drive, which has that super cool. I've never even seen a drive like that, so that's why I'm like making hand gestures to
right.
explain it, but that's super cool. Thank you so much. I'm definitely going to come introduce myself at the show. So excited. This is all
right.
exciting
We'll
stuff.
see you there.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Brian. So
Yep.
nice to
Yep.
meet you. All right. Really quick, I was going to answer a question or two. So we asked somebody asked, how do we enter for the free suite upgrade if we already booked? It said, if you book a room, you'll be entered. So no worries. As long as you booked through WPPI's website, you will be entered to win. So that is the good news about that. All right. So I have more prize giveaways, which is my favorite part. I feel like I'm like Oprah, just giving stuff away. So we have $100 Portrait Master gift card winners again: Jenny Sarabaya, Jennifer Peters, Brian Green, and Suzanne. If you just heard your name, you have won a $100 Portrait Master gift card. You need to send your email to the Portrait Master's email that's going to pop up here in a second, and you will be able to redeem that. If you entered for a free conference ticket winner, or free conference ticket pass, here are my winners. We have Tanya Turner Designs, Samantha Nunes. I know Samantha. Oh my gosh. I feel like all my people I know are popping in here. It's just making me excited. Debbie Hedden and Angel Lopez. You have won a free conference pass. Awesome. Take advantage of this. Samantha, you're close. I don't know all the rest of you that you're that close, but this is a really awesome opportunity. You definitely don't want to miss. So if you won the $100 Portrait Master gift card, email support@theportraitmasters.com. And if you won the WPPI conference pass, email info@WPPIevents.com to redeem your pass. Super exciting. All right. Our next guests are from the Boudoir Summit. Now, if you aren't aware of what the summits are, and I believe this is the only summit we have this year, and I can be corrected if I'm wrong in the notes, but the summits are, and the Boudoir Summit is a special day, the day before the conference actually kicks off, but most of us get there on Sunday anyway. I, for one, am planning on it. Yes, correct. This is the only summit right now. Okay, great. But what's really awesome about it is the Boudoir Summit is your opportunity to go and get an intensive day about just this one genre. And so I am going to let Emily Brown and her counterpart here explain what this is all about, give you some more information, and get you super duper excited about it. So welcome, introduce yourselves. Tell me a little bit more about you. Oh, you're muted. Oh, I can't hear you too for some reason. Is it just me? Possible that it's just me. Yeah, we can't hear you. I was able to hear you earlier, so it's possible that maybe some headphones aren't connecting, so probably better to just disconnect those. That usually will fix it. No? Uh-oh. I might just move to our next guest
Can
for
you hear
now.
us now?
Oh, yes. Yep. Okay.
Okay,
Got it.
sorry.
Perfect. It's okay. That's the thing about live
I'm
events,
having
right? We
microphones
have,
and headphones.
it's okay. Headphones are a little tricky. Sometimes they like catch the wrong Bluetooth and it's a whole thing. All right. Welcome. I'm excited. Last year I was saying I did the baby summit. I know we're not having that this year, but I think it's such an awesome opportunity to really focus on one genre. So give us what you know. Tell me a little bit about who you are, and this is your time. Give it to me.
So my name is Larissa. I'm one of the co-founders of the Boudoir album. And this is Emily. She's our marketing director. And she is the one who organized.
Hold on, you
the-
two. I actually can't. There's a big echo. Is there more than one phone open or more than one computer? No? Okay. Go ahead and try talking again. I just would.
Okay. So is it better?
That's better. Yeah.
So my name is Larissa. I'm the co-founder, one of the co-founders of the Boudoir album. And this is Emily Brown. She's our marketing director. And she's one of, the organizers of the Boudoir Summit this year and past year. So this is actually our second summit at the WPPI. We held one last year and it was very successful. It's for the genre that has been underrepresented in WPPI for a long time, and it's a growing genre. And the summit was amazing last year, and this year we just wanted to make it bigger and better and give more education for the Boudoir photographers. So Emily will tell a little bit more about the summit.
So the summit this year is for photographers of any skills. So whether you want to develop your skills or you want to be inspired by new things or you just want to be surrounded by like-minded people, it's the place to be. This community is so inclusive. It's so amazing. It's so loving. We have 14 amazing educators.
Wow.
They're some of the industry's best and brightest. So they're going to be covering many, many topics. From technical like lighting to client experience, so how to onboard your clients and how to get them to book, and then once they've booked, how to get them to rebook again. We have specialty sets like wet sets, so a shower set, how to pose women, couple, men, how to keep up with social media trends, because we know social media and boudoir don't always go hand in hand, and then even legal steps to make sure that you're protected as a boudoir photographer and make sure that your clients are protected, because the images are intimate and it's important for them to be safe.
Yeah.
So this year the structure is a little bit different to last year. So last year we had 4 keynote speakers over a day. This year it's over 2 days. There's still going to be 3 keynote speakers on the Sunday morning. And then afterwards it's shooting bay sessions. So it's 1.5 hour sessions of hands-on, so you can portfolio build, and it's smaller groups, and you get to pick 2 educators of your choosing, of like depending on what you want to learn, and it's over the Sunday afternoon and the Monday morning.
Wow. Okay. Because that was where I keep saying 1 day because that's what it was last year, but now it's 2 days. So that's really awesome. And you answered my,
sorry.
Yeah, no, you answered my question that you have opportunities to get like a smaller experience. So you do the keynote and then, which is that new as well this year, or was that the same last year?
Yes.
Yes,
So we're going to
thought.
have 10 shooting bays at once going, and then you get
wow.
with your ticket, you get the 3 keynotes included, and then you get to pick 2 of the educators of choice over the 4 sessions.
Whoa, that's awesome. That's incredible. And something that I think should be made to know here is that you don't have to have a WPPI pass to attend the summit. Now, I think you should come to WPPI if you're coming to the summit because you're already going to be there. And I'm just going to go ahead and just push you to the next step there and do that. But still, that's actually pretty cool. If somebody really is just like, I just want to learn about boudoir, how great. That's a really awesome opportunity. Can you say a couple of the big name speakers that people can expect? Because I know that there's some rock stars in the boudoir industry.
Yeah, so we have, just to name a few, we have Marco Ibanez, we have Hannah Rachel, we have Danielle Martin, we have Andrea Mendoza. She was one of the speakers last year as well. We have Ashley Jackson, we have Alicia Haskett, we have Jessica Doving, Pam Fields. She's a local Vegas lady. Who else do we have? We have.
That's great. That's good. You can stop there. Those are already some serious heavy hitters. So
really good names. Yes.
really awesome. Wow. 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 So you do have to pay. This is extra, everyone, so that anyone knows this is an extra fee, and spots are very limited, right? So they should probably get on it.
Yes. So we already have some classes that are booked out, but there are some still available.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you so much. What a special opportunity. And I really think it's so important that when a need is seen and it's filled, because the boudoir industry, you're right, it's kind of like a little bit underrepresented in that it's a little bit more intimate, and some people feel, like they want to do it, with the right way, I guess, with the right approach. And so this is your opportunity to get in there and learn from the best. And like they said, talk about things like legalities and social media and boudoir, which a lot of my students have a hard time with that. They're like, should I do a separate account? And I don't ever know, because I don't do boudoir. So this is such an awesome opportunity. So thank you so much for letting us know. And will you also be at the whole conference as well, you two?
Yep.
Yeah.
We will be. We don't have a booth, but we will be at the whole conference. So come and say hi.
Okay, great. Well, so great meeting you virtually. I can't wait to see you in real life. I'm going to move on.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, I'm going to move on to some of the questions that we've been asked, because it is important. So someone asked if it was Empire Girl 2010 asked, is there a cost to submit your prints for the judging room? No, there is not a cost. I still kind of can't believe it, but space is limited, obviously, because there's only so many people and so much time. So definitely go and submit now, but it is free. And you know that your show pass is also free. So we're telling you that you can get over there to the Mirage, go on the show floor, and have a free image critique, which I'm not lying to you. People spend thousands of dollars to have their stuff critiqued by professional photographers. So my mind is definitely blown. How soon in advance do you recommend showing up for the seminars? Do they fill up? The recommendation is to get there about 10 to 15 minutes early. It is speaker dependent. We do have some that the rooms get a lot fuller. I would say that I personally like to go early because I like to sit closer to the front. So you definitely want to get there 10 to 15 minutes early. They can fill up. They're big rooms and we pack people in, but you definitely want to get there early. How do you get so the next question is, how do you get the discounts on the services from the hotel? You just show your WPPI badge. That's it, at either the spa or the restaurant, and you will get your discount. And remember, it's not all restaurants. So you're going to want to make sure to double check with the WPPI website to see where you get those discounts. Your badge kind of becomes a part of you at WPPI. Even though you have a cute outfit on, you still got to wear your badge, but you'll get used to it. So. All right, a couple more prize giveaways, because that is the best part of these lives, right? So we've got more $100 Portrait Master gift card winners. We have Kelly H. Williamson, Albert Wong, and Pam Fields. And then our free conference ticket winners, we have Terry Thomas, Hannah Ashbaugh, Suzanne Bateman, and Mary Ellen. If you heard your name called just now, please make sure to email the appropriate email, the Portrait Master's email if you got a Portrait Master gift card, and the WPPI conference email if you got a free ticket. You are in for a treat if you have not visited the Portrait Master store. There's so many amazing classes. $100 will go a long way. And if you won a free conference pass, don't let this fall through the cracks. This is a sign from the universe that you need to come to this conference. It's free. It's going to change your life. All right. We have our final guest. I'm really excited to talk to Sean. If you are not familiar with his work, I checked him out before I did this live today, and I definitely am a new fangirl. Sean Black is the owner and photographer at Couture Black, a boudoir studio. We're all about boudoir today, located in Boston, Massachusetts. I'm serious. His work is like, it's amazing. He's also the new owner and president of the Associate of International Boudoir Photographers, which I'm not familiar with. So I'm super excited for him to tell us a little bit about that. And Sean is best known for the dramatic lighting and editorial look of his images, which has made him one of the most recognized photographers in his genre. you're not, this is the truth. It's very editorial, very classy, very just I think dramatic is such a perfect way to put it. And so I'm excited, Sean, to hear from you, to hear a little more about your process and to hear about this Association of International Boudoir Photographers, because I think that's pretty amazing as well. So welcome, Sean.
Thank you very much, Elena. I'm thrilled to be here. And for me, it's really exciting to be back speaking at WPPI about the genre that I absolutely love, because for so many years, there were, in any conference, it was lacking for boudoir education. And one of the biggest things when my wife and I purchased AIBP almost 2 years ago, actually, we were at WPPI when it was in August, when we got the notification that the sale had gone through. And so our first experience with taking over was walking the show floor and people coming up and congratulating us as the press release had just gone out. So
cool.
WPPI has got a really special place in my heart as far as amazing things happening. It's had a huge impact on my business throughout the years, where I found amazing vendors and just upped my game through education. And the best part about WPPI, I know you've said this week after week, is the connections that you make. Your ride or dies in the industry, because we work very solitarily. It's us, the client, and maybe a hair and makeup artist with an assistant. And that's it, other than when we get to go out and see our peers at these conferences once a year, where we get to gather and have dinner and party and wear ourselves out for a week in the desert.
Ain't that the truth? I'm usually like dragging my broken body to the airport, happy, but so tired. So I want to hear a little bit more about who you are, Sean, though, as a person and as a photographer. You just said your wife and you run this business together. So how did you get started in the boudoir, that specific genre?
So I started out 13 years ago as a wedding photographer, and last September, praise the Lord, I am done, retired from weddings, shot my last one after shooting over 450 of them. So you get to that point where you either stay as a lifer or you get out.
Do the math on hours, right? That's like 8 to 12 hours times 450.
Oh God, yeah. But the main thing is I have 2 little ones. I've got a 10-year-old little girl and a 6-year-old boy. So my weekends aren't my own anymore, and I don't want to be away capturing someone else's event while my kids are at dance or at hockey or what have you. So it became time to look at restructuring things, and I had started to move away from weddings before the pandemic, but actually go backwards. Boudoir started about 3 years after shooting weddings, because I had brides saying, "Oh, I want bridal boudoir. I want bridal boudoir," and I was putting it away to other photographers. I'm like, "Oh, I don't shoot that." And then finally it was like, wait a second, why am I sending money away to someone else? So I did all my research and started getting education, and finally launched my boudoir brand, Couture Black, 10 years ago this April. And slowly grew it throughout where weddings were still the main thing. And about probably 5 years ago is where the tipping point went over to boudoir was the main focus. And then right before the pandemic is where I made the decision that I'm giving up weddings, because that was the first year, and it was my 10th anniversary shooting weddings, that I hadn't shot a wedding that year, but I had my largest year ever with boudoir. I shot 125 clients in 2020 with being shut down for 3 months for the pandemic. And we've just gone and grown from there. In 2020, I retired my wife from the corporate world to come be my studio manager. So we are very much intertwined, both with AIBP and Couture Black as a husband and wife team.
Cool. Do you think I love all of the businesses that were born from the pandemic? I mean, the pandemic, I don't love the pandemic. That was a very stressful time, but I do feel like a lot of people, and it sounds like you as well, sort of settled into your purpose during that time, because we were all kind of called to look inward. But it sounds like maybe because it was more of a one-on-one, not a group thing, like a wedding, you were able to sort of, like, it was done safely. And so it just sort of happened naturally, I guess.
It definitely did. And it was, my passions were shifting that way anyway. But the big key that really took my Boudoir brand and brought it to where it is today was bringing my wife on board completely and adding that female element, because there's a lot of hurdles that being a male photographer in this genre that I have that women don't. Doing this for 10 years, those are no longer so much hurdles as they are maybe a minor speed bump every now and then. But ultimately, when women are like, oh, I'd never be shot by a male, they're not my client. Ultimately, if that's how you feel, then you're not my client. There are plenty of women that they look for photographer that they connect with and the work that resonates with them. I have a very distinct style, and that is what I am teaching at WPPI about how I go about my process to create the really dramatic, almost editorial style looking images where it's not light and airy, it's not natural light, everything is posed down to the fingertips and lit specifically for that shot.
Yeah, very editorial. If you haven't seen his work, like I said, you definitely need to check it out. And you said something that is such a value in our business in general, no matter what it is that you're photographing, you have to know who your client is. And if somebody is not wanting you for any particular reason, they should go somewhere else.
Exactly. And like, there's enough clientele out there
100%.
that figure out who your client is and go after them. Don't waste time going after everyone. And that's one of the biggest things that you can do to create more success in your life, in your business, because you're not wasting time going after the people that are never going to shoot with you anyway.
Totally. Or who won't be satisfied if they do.
Exactly.
Yeah. Didn't know we were going to go business, but we just did. I want to ask you a personal question, just because we have a couple more moments. What's it like working with your partner like that? My husband and I do not work together. So
we always joke that we don't butt heads at all, because she's the one that makes it work and I'm the one that makes it pretty. She is not a creative. She comes from the hotel industry, where she was a director of housekeeping. So she's very schedule oriented and all of those things. And I've now become the diva where I walk into the studio. She basically hands me a camera and it's time to shoot. And that's where I become the boss. The rest of my life, she runs it and tells me how it's going to be and when it's going to be and where it's going to be. But amazing. Once I'm behind the camera, she's the assistant and just lets me go through my creative process, because she'll sit there. Like, we had a session this morning in the studio and it was a second time client. So it's all new posing and stuff that she may not even have seen how I've lit this before. So she's like, nope, I just let his gears turn and go and let him do what he does. And overall, it's an amazing partnership, because even though we work together, we work separately. Like, she'll do the back end stuff and I'll be in my office editing or whatnot. The only time that we're actually working together is during a session, when she's assisting and doing all of the things with the client while I'm directing the whole shoot. And overall, like I said, we balance each other out. She's the more practical and I'm my head in the clouds, creative, always thinking of how can I do something new or better or make this cooler.
Yeah, cool. I love that. I love hearing that. So I know you kind of alluded to, what exactly is the class or classes that you have at WPPI this year?
All right. So I am teaching a photo walk boudoir on the go, because a lot of us, when we travel, we want to book shoots and obviously don't have the tools of our studio. So I'm teaching how to do that on the go in a hotel suite using what you have. And then I was incredibly honored this year. I was one of the 4 photographers asked to teach the new photo mastery classes.
Cool.
And so I'm doing dynamic lighting and posing for boudoir, exactly how I shoot and everything. So getting behind my process, and sold out the first section of that, which is on Tuesday. And so they asked me if I'd do a second section on Wednesday. You announced that last week. It went live on Monday. And just before I hopped on this webinar, I was told that there's only 5 spots left.
Congratulations.
So hopefully, if you haven't signed up for it yet, I would jump on as soon as possible, because those 5 spots are probably going to go within the next couple of days.
You're kind of a big deal, Sean Black, sounds like.
It's obviously people want to learn lighting and
Yeah.
exactly sort of the style and move away from that light and airy stuff. I'm like, there's a huge demand for a lot of the technical knowledge of how to light correctly with artificial stuff.
Sure.
And lastly, I will be on the rangefinder stage on Thursday, I believe, around noontime,
Cool.
talking about social media.
Nice. Yeah, you are definitely speaking my language. I'm a family photographer, but I am the anti-light and airy. Like my stuff is like super moody and kind of a little dark. So I love hearing that. Oop, I just like lost focus on me. All right. Well, thank you so much, Sean. I'm excited to meet you. I think that this is just getting me even more excited. And I think for any of you who are boudoir photographers, we are hearing you that you want more education on that. We're making it happen. There's only 5 spots left in Sean's masterclass, so you should definitely hop on that if you want to get there, because I doubt they'll open up a third one, but never say never. Well, thank you so much, Sean. Where can people find you if they want to follow you? What's the best place?
Best place is Insta. It's Couture Black Photo is my handle there. Or if they want to learn more about AIBP, it's AIBP Photog.
On Instagram. Okay.
Yes.
All right. And I actually just got a message that Instagram's having some trouble from my assistant. So if you have weird connective stuff going on in Instagram, just give it a minute. It will pop back on. All right. Thank you so much, Sean. I am going to answer a couple more questions. We've got a question from Roberto. He says, are attendees able to watch as the judge score images from the judging room at Graphy? Yes, that's one of the things I was mentioning, that you can just come and listen to them judge the submissions. And like I was saying, even if you haven't submitted your own, watching somebody critique someone else's photo is so interesting, but also you learn so much. Especially, I'm not really like a technical photographer. I mean, I should be after all these years, and that's neither here nor there, but it's so fun for me to hear somebody critique in that way, because I learn about things that I can improve in my own work. So yes, Roberto, you can come and watch, and you should. Another question, how do we order the swag? Is there a promo code for the free connector? So the link to the store is at the WPPI homepage. By the way, that we have a wealth of knowledge at the WPPI website. You can just kind of poke around and find almost everything that we're talking about. But you can also go to the URL photoflashdrive.com/WPPI. And you will be able to find the info there. And I'm pretty sure that if you, when you order the swag, you will get the information on what you need to go get your free connector. No promo code is needed. Oh yeah, I did see that. As long as you order before Friday, you're going to get a bonus flash drive for free. You're just going to have to come pick it up. All right, everybody. That was a super fun hour. I actually can't believe how long this goes on. And I literally have to remind myself to shorten the interviews because I just want to talk to everyone the whole time. I'm such a chatter. So make sure that you go redeem your digital swag bag because you stayed till the end. So you go to the link, theportraitmasters.com/WPPI giveaway, and you use the code WPPI live to claim your free digital swag bag. It is only available for 24 hours from right now because we really want you to watch these live. If you're watching the replay and you missed the free swag bag, not to worry. Every single Wednesday at noon Pacific time, we will be showing up here on YouTube Live with more great more great guests, more great giveaways, and more information, little insights and tips and tricks on how to have the very best experience at WPPI 2023. We know that this is going to change your life. That's a big thing to say. I wouldn't say it if I didn't believe it. I'm not the only one saying it. Everyone here has a WPPI story that is so life-changing. We want that for you as well. Make sure that you join the official WPPI Facebook group. That's a great place to meet people that are coming. If you aren't coming with a friend, there are threads on there of people looking for roommates, looking for lunch dates. I've seen people in there saying, let's meet up for drinks. Let's go to the party together. So it's a great way to start building the community right now. And don't forget to tune into our WPPI podcast. Wherever you like to listen, give us a 5-star review, go and subscribe. We've got so much energy around WPPI this year. It's going to be the best yet. Thanks for being here.